Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning show. It is Tuesday. It's our Monday because we weren't here yesterday. Now we're going to be all confused all week.
And it's us, so it's pretty much like a weekend. So it's, so
exactly.
Tomorrow will be Monday.
Here we are. We're so confused, but it's okay. And Sheryl is here as she is pinch hitting because our guest was unable to make it this morning, which is totally understandable. Things happen. It is a glorious day in downtown Jackson.
It's very pretty.
Little
cold. It's getting cold.
Listen, it's invigorating in the morning. It gets you up and going.
46 degrees at 8:30 in the morning.
I'm just trying to make, lemonade out of cold. But
it's a very pretty 46.
It is. It's beautiful. The sun is shining, and it is a lovely fall day. Should be up at around 75. I mean, sunny and 75 doesn't suck. So
no, gosh, no.
We'll take it, and so just enjoy. I think this week is going to be kind of similar throughout the week. So perfect timing for what could this be perfect weather for?
The Circleville Pumpkin Show.
Woo! It is this week, isn't it?
It is this week, and you know what?
Wow, they drew some good weather.
Yeah, there's a possibility of rain on Saturday and Sunday, starting late on Saturday though. So
we'll see.
So, but exciting! It's the big week up in Circleville this week.
That's right, and we had absolutely gorgeous weather for the Apple Festival. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Did it rain a bit? It was very warm, but it was absolutely perfect for the Apple Festival. And then it looks like the pumpkin show, which may be a bit bigger than the Apple Festival.
You think? You think? If you've never been, it is significantly larger than the Apple Festival.
It is, and that's saying something. Because the Apple Festival is stinking huge.
That we expected, like the Apple Festival when we went last year.
Sure.
But that show just keeps going and going and going. So you think you're at the end, and then it goes down another street, and then you think you're at the end, and it goes down another street, and it just keeps going. It takes over that entire area. It was crazy.
Yeah, it is nuts. They have parades every day, sometimes 2 times a day. It is a wild festival. And they have to have all that space because they have everything that you can think of made of pumpkins.
Oh my gosh. So food-wise, if you are a pumpkin fan, and I am.
I feel like 'tis the season, right? I'm not saying I'm eating pumpkin this or that all season or all year long, but 'tis the season right now.
Yes, and I had my first piece of pumpkin pie 2 weeks ago.
Jealous.
So the season has officially started for me. And I am a pumpkin person. Eric is not a pumpkin person. He does not like pumpkin stuff.
I love me some pumpkin.
But there was so much amazing pumpkin stuff at the pumpkin festival, and there was some kind of
weird stuff
questionable
too. Yeah.
I wasn't going down that road.
Yeah,
but
a pumpkin hamburger, I'm sorry, I can't. No,
I didn't do the pumpkin burger. Didn't do the pumpkin sausage.
No,
I'm not. And they had some stews and stuff like that too. I'm much more of a sweet person than a savory person anyway. If there's a difference between eating food for dinner and eating ice cream for dinner. Oh yeah,
you're gonna eat pumpkin sugar waffles.
Yes, so that was one of the first things that we had.
That is okay. Now that would be delicious.
They were so tasty. It was like the sugar waffles, but kind of cinnamony.
Oh yes,
so almost like a churro type of sugar waffle.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, they were so good.
Yeah.
And I love me a sugar waffle, but the pumpkin ones, those were really, really good.
I could make an argument, and I don't know how you feel about this, that sugar waffles could even trump elephant ears or funnel cakes.
Ooh, elephant ears, yes. But funnel cakes.
I can make that argument.
Okay, so funnel cakes, the joy of funnel cake is not necessarily the funnel cake part of it, but the fact that you can turn it into anything you want because by what you put on it.
Yeah, it becomes a vessel for something.
Yes. So if you're in the mood for chocolate, it's chocolatey. If you want something cold, it's ice cream. You can load it up with whipped cream.
Strawberries.
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, you can turn a funnel cake into anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So funnel cake, I don't know. It's almost in a different.
I don't know.
It's like a different realm. It's like a different realm.
Yeah, but I think what it is for me with the sugar waffles is the sizing is better for me. Like, I mean, does anyone go get a funnel cake and eat the whole thing? I mean, I could, but I would be so sick and I don't want to. Is that you?
No, not at all.
She's a glutton for a funnel cake.
When can you ever go eat a funnel cake and somebody else does not stick their hand into your funnel cake and still have your funnel cake anyway?
It is not.
So I'm not sure I've ever eaten a funnel cake by myself in that I was by myself to be able to eat the funnel cake. Because you get the funnel cake and they're like, oh, no, I don't want any funnel cake. I'm going to go get go get something else. You can go get your funnel cake. And then as soon as you have the funnel cake, they're like, oh, I want some of your funnel cake. And they don't just take a little piece of the funnel cake. They take like a whole big old chunk of the funnel cake.
Of it.
Like, oh, this is good. Yeah, Eric, I'm looking at you.
Get your own funnel cake, son.
But they always think they can't eat a whole funnel cake.
No,
which I just think they're quitters. If you can't eat a whole funnel cake, I just think you might be a quitter.
Well, that's why I try to stick with the sugar waffle. That way it's not as much.
The joy of sugar waffles, too, is just that it makes a huge mess.
Oh, God.
Like all over you. It explodes. It just...
It's like Pigpen with powdered sugar. Like the Peanuts character, you know? It's just like... It just...
And you have to make sure you're wearing black. So last year I was wearing black. It wasn't intentional. I did not know there were going to be pumpkin sugar waffles. I actually had no idea what we were going to expect. And you take your first bite and it just explodes.
I'm just going to tell you, I wouldn't be disappointed if you went to the pumpkin show and brought back a pumpkin sugar waffle.
But you know what? They don't last long. You have to eat them when they're hot right on the street. It's a street food thing.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah. But they had pumpkin funnel cakes and pumpkin ice cream. I had pumpkin ice cream. That was really tasty.
Oh, yes.
And the Schmitz truck is, I think, they'll probably be out there, and they have pumpkin cream puffs.
Okay. Let me just talk about a Schmitz cream puff for a minute. If you've never had one, that's like bucket list stuff right there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I love me a Schmitz. They're going to be at Nana's house next month.
Oh, good.
Across the street. Nana's,
right across the street.
I just saw that. They posted that they're going to be there for their open house again this year. So, yeah.
That is so good. Now, isn't it funny? Like all of the things, like okay, so all of the foods we were just talking about are nostalgic, but it makes me think of my dad because he was a huge fan of the Ohio State Fair, and we went every year to the Ohio State Fair when he was able. And my first experience with Schmitz was he took me as a little kid and we split a cream puff. And then it became a tradition. Like we had to go get a Bahama Mama and then split the cream puff. And it was so good. But yet, and then when we would go to like Kings Island or something, we would always split a funnel cake. And so then it just became like Apple Festival. We would split a funnel cake or whatever. So yeah, those are all nostalgic things that I think so many people have memories of fairs and festivals and stuff like that with those particular foods.
You know what? Corn dogs taste different.
Yes.
At a fair or a festival or an amusement park.
Would you ever eat a corn dog at home?
I have, but yes.
But
it's not the same.
But yet you go to a fair and you see a corn dog and you're like sold.
The $20 corn dog at Disney World tastes different than the corn dog at the mall, which tastes different than the corn dog at home.
It's because it's like atmosphere or something.
It is.
I don't know. It's a whole mindset thing.
And I love corn dogs.
Yes.
I love corn dogs.
What is your, favorite weird festival food? Adrian, what do you like?
I'm too picky. I'm sorry.
I mean, this is the boy that just finally got a cinnamon roll from Molnar's.
But that's the joy of the fairs and festivals is because you're eating from so many different places. You don't have to eat the same thing as somebody else. So if somebody wants a corn dog, that's great.
Yep.
Another person wants a burger, that's great. They get the burger at some other place.
Bourbon chicken now.
Somebody wants to eat a funnel cake for dinner. You go to the funnel cake place. Everybody's got so many choices. You don't have to eat the same thing as what other people are eating, and then you can share too.
Yes.
Maybe if you're a sharer. I don't know if you're a sharer
and you have a lot of money.
But that's also this. You get to try a lot of different things. If you go with a group and you're sharing, you can try a lot of different things without spending a ton of money because you're not buying 4 corn dogs and 4 burgers and 4 bourbon chickens. True. You can buy a couple of different things and kind of share them if you're a sharing kind of person.
Yeah. Like everybody disperse, go get their thing. We'll meet up back here and then Livs, what's your favorite?
French fries or corn dog.
French fries or corn dog, okay.
Fried food just out in the open is just
yes.
It's just better. I just think it's better. It's just, you're eating outside. It's just, you've got the excitement.
You got the lights.
It's the FOMO, the fear of missing out on something. Yeah. And
all of that. So when you went to the pumpkin show, you had no idea what to expect.
Oh gosh, no.
So what made you, how did you even hear about it, or what made you go?
How can you not hear about the pumpkin show?
Well, that's
seriously?
True.
I mean, the city has a water tower that's shaped like a pumpkin. I mean, but and until ours was repainted, it looked a little pumpkin-y, but now it looks like an apple.
It does look like an apple. I was admiring her the other day as I was driving through town, and she is lovely.
Yeah, but a couple years ago, she was looking a little orange.
Looking a little peaked.
But now we are very much in Appletown.
Yeah.
But there was just talk. Like, everybody's like, the pumpkin show. And we did not have very good luck on food festivals prior to the pumpkin show.
What was the one you went to and they didn't have? It was
oh my gosh, we drove all the way to West Virginia. So, like an hour and a half to the West Virginia Pizza Roll Festival.
There wasn't one.
How can you not go to a festival that's dedicated to pizza rolls? Seriously? So we drove all the way down there. We get there, it's like maybe 11:30, 12 o'clock, and they had sold out of all pizza rolls. And I'm like, what do you mean you're out of pizza rolls? I'm like, I thought this was like a total, like they were pranking us. It was a joke. And they didn't have any pizza rolls. We found one booth and they had 2 pizza rolls left. 2.
Not okay.
And so we ate those pizza rolls, but how can you have an entire day dedicated to pizza rolls and you don't bring enough to last you even halfway through the day?
I don't know. That doesn't make much sense.
It wasn't super, I mean, it was crowded, but it wasn't like Apple Festival crowded, honestly.
Right.
I mean, and so we went there, and because there weren't pizza rolls, we ended up going back and we ate at Hillbilly Hot Dogs.
Okay, well, that's not a bad thing.
We made a win out of it, but
I've seen them on diners, drive-ins, and dives. I've driven by Hillbilly Hot Dogs 100 times, but I've never stopped. It's so fun?
It's like touristy.
Nostalgia-y
it's like kitschy.
too.
It's kind of kitschy and stuff, but no.
The home wrecker.
It was fun. We sat in the bus and we ate, and it was fun. We made a win out of it.
Cool.
We try to make a win out of anything. Then I saw that there was going to be a Blackberry Festival up in. It was somewhere up near Circleville. It was one of the little towns up near. It wasn't Circleville, but it was up near Circleville. Yeah. So not quite to Columbus, but somewhere between Columbus and Chillicothe. Yeah. I don't know. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we love blackberries.
Blackberry. Who doesn't love a good blackberry, right?
Well, let's go to the Blackberry Festival. We get there, and it wasn't. It was just like a farm store, and they had blackberries on sale.
Remind me not to ever go to a festival with you.
And I said, I don't know, maybe the word festival doesn't mean the same thing here as it does in California, because like the Strawberry Festival in California is huge. And the Garlic Festival in California is huge.
Wait, there's a garlic festival?
There is. It's the Gilroy Garlic Festival. And
what do you do there?
Everything is devoted to garlic. So they had garlic ice cream, and Jelly Belly makes garlic jelly beans, and there's lots of food, and it's very fun and exciting and stuff. There's the Avocado Festival.
Okay,
where everything's avocado ice cream.
That sounds good.
It's actually really, really good.
I would think so.
It's
creamy anyway by nature.
Yeah, it's kind of high in fat. It's good fat, but it's high in fat, and it's very creamy and smooth and stuff. But it focuses on like all the different varieties of avocados.
So the Blackberry Festival, not so much.
No, and so we were 0 for 2 on food festival. So we went to the Pumpkin Festival. We're like,
here we go.
Watch, it's going to be a guy with a pumpkin.
No, not quite.
And we get there, and my gosh.
Mind blown.
Oh my gosh, the streets they block off an entire street of the pumpkins. So those were the largest pumpkins of the show.
Yes, and so they have like this contest, and they actually weigh those things.
Oh yeah,
which is insane to me.
Look how huge they are. So the one on the left, that is the one that just broke the Ohio state record last week.
Whoa.
And it weighed 2,505 pounds, and they broke the pumpkin record for Ohio, and it's 300 pounds shy of the world record.
No way.
Yes.
In Circleville, Ohio.
That guy was from Washington Courthouse.
How would you like to try to transport that sucker?
Have you ever seen, they're like on like flatbed trucks.
Yes.
It's huge.
They have like these big like straps they like how they weigh them and stuff.
If it got loose, it would be like a car rolling down the road. I mean,
it would kill you.
Yeah.
It would kill you.
And
for sure.
What I wonder is how big are the pumpkin seeds that are inside? I mean, the seeds have got to be huge, I would think.
Well, I've seen people interviewed that grow those ginormous pumpkins, and it is a thing, and they're very protective of their strain and their seeds because they're continuing on this ginormous pumpkin ritual, and it's kind of wild.
Competitive gardening. I never realized that competitive gardening is it's a huge deal.
Sure.
It's like competitive eating. It's competitive gardening. But you figure little pumpkins have little pumpkin seeds, and regular sized pumpkins have regular sized pumpkin seeds.
Their seeds
I
would
would think they'd have to be like
potatoes.
Huge. I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
But the other festival we went to that was a win, we went to the Pawpaw Festival last year.
Oh, Pawpaw's great.
After he was here on the show with Pawpaws.
Chris Schmiel.
Yeah, so we went to the Pawpaw Festival.
It's
and what
wonderful.
was cool about the Pawpaw Festival is every food booth is required to have something Pawpaw. Mm-hmm. So there was Pawpaw ice cream and
Pawpaw tacos,
Pawpaw cream puffs because Schmitz was there and they had Pawpaw cream puffs. And so we ate. I ate Pawpaw stuff all over the place because Eric was like not
Pawpaw beers.
I had Pawpaw beer. I did have Pawpaw beer, and we didn't go this year, but we went last year. And but yeah, everything was Pawpaw, and we bought Pawpaw trees at the festival, and we have them growing in our orchard right now.
That's awesome.
So yeah, so we have two. I've named them Paw and Paw because they sit next to each other, and then they're Pawpaw. I name all my trees.
You named your Pawpaw trees Paw and Paw?
Yeah, because they're together, and when they're together, they're Pawpaw. I name all my trees. We just planted another fig tree the other day. His name's Figment.
Okay.
And we have a persimmon. His name is Perry. And we have another fig.
How do you know if it's a girl or a boy tree?
I just say they're he. And they're they. Honestly, they're they.
Okay.
They're they.
Are trees girls or boys?
Yes. And depends on the tree because some are self-pollinating and some are not self-pollinating. So some trees you have to have two trees nearby
in
order
apple trees.
In order to pollinate.
Some of those like that are...
Yes. But some trees are self-pollinating.
Okay.
So they're theys.
So they're like, okay.
They're theys.
Wow, we could do a whole show about that.
We have another fig. His name's Figaro. And then Paw and Paw. Eric doesn't name his trees. I think that's why his don't grow as well.
No, do you think there's something to, like, plants being living creatures and, like, I know you've heard, like, talk to your plants or whatever. I think if you talk to them and tell them how pretty they are and stuff that, because, I think you and I have talked about it, but, like, those flower boxes outside the tap room, and then there's all kind of bees, and so we have, like, pollinating wasps, honeybees, bumblebees, all kind of bees within all of those flowers. So I go out and I water them and I tell all the bees how pretty they are and how much I appreciate them for doing bee things. Because if it weren't for bees doing bee things, we would not be here.
We wouldn't have the flowers.
And we wouldn't have the flowers.
Yes, bees are a critical species. Without bees, we fail to exist.
Yeah.
That's why it's so important that we take care of our bees.
Yes, and I think that, planting things that help them do bee things is incredible.
Yeah. Next year I want to put in a big pollinator garden in the yard. That's my goal. This year we did vegetables, and we did actually pretty well with vegetables. We ended up with like 12 pumpkins when all was said and done. They're not like those pumpkins.
That.
No, they're much smaller pumpkins. And we ended up with water. We got watermelons. We have some that are like about this big. And we got one that was about that big, so not
That's
too bad.
fun.
So many tomatoes. Pastor Terry's tomatoes just...
People are still getting tomatoes.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like,
I
I've talked with people that are like, our tomato plants are still going full force.
Took a cucumber off the other day.
Nice.
Yeah, and beans. My beans finally took off. Once they finally started growing, I had beans for days. And we're not big bean eaters, but I started pickling them.
Did you do like green beans?
Yeah, like they're like
the string beans.
Yeah, and just eating. I'll eat them, but I started pickling them. And I'm like obsessed with pickled green beans now. So I've got a ton of them.
She's obsessed with pickled anything.
Pickled anything. Oh my gosh, I love pickles. I bought 3 new pickle snacks the other day at the store. I'm so excited.
Yeah, my husband.
So
he
excited.
literally eats pickles and then keeps the juice in the refrigerator and drinks that.
Or I put more stuff inside of it.
Or he, gets whatever it may be, whether it be cherry peppers or whatever, and puts that in the brine and then lets it sit. Oh my God, you guys are 2 peas in a pod.
And plug, 6 Cents has really good pickles.
Yeah, we do make our own pickles.
Really good
there.
pickles.
Yeah.
Really, really good pickles.
If Sheryl says we have good pickles, we have good pickles.
Yeah, they're good pickles.
Yeah.
They're good pickles.
Thanks.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm like a pickle nerd, pickle snob.
Yeah, you are. I mean, you're all about the pickles.
I just where I'm at right now, just loving pickles. I don't know what it is about it, but they're really good for you. Pickles are really, really good for you.
You know, any of this stuff like that's fermented or whatever is very good for you. It's good for your gut, like sauerkraut, all that stuff. So
That's
you
a
like
no.
okay?
That's a no.
Stop. You like pickles, but you don't like sauerkraut.
It's a different flavor.
So here's the funny thing.
I don't like olives either.
So that was going to be my next question. Do you like olives? Because my
don't like
husband hates olives.
I don't
but
like olives.
loves pickles.
I
You
don't like olives.
It's the same thing.
And I have a kid who loves olives and hates pickles.
I can eat jars of olives.
No, the only olives I will eat are Graber olives, and they come from Ontario, California, which is where we're from. And they're green olives. They're very mild. They're not really brined. They're not brined like the heavy brine. They're not like a heavy brine. They're very, very mild. I'll eat those kind of olives. But like when we were in Spain, everything was olives.
Oh, yeah.
And you sat down to have a drink somewhere, and they served you like a bowl of olives, and I wanted to embrace it, and so I'm like trying to eat them.
I would be in heaven.
And I'm like, yeah, like especially the heavy brine olives. Oh no, I can't.
Not so much.
I can't do it.
Okay.
But no, anything that's pickle flavored right now. I had pickled peanuts the other day, and I was so excited when I saw them. I grabbed them.
Where'd you get those?
Dollar General. Like $1, which I should have. I mean, that should have been my clue right there. But
Yeah, that could have been your first warning sign.
But so I went in there to go I went in there to go get just a bag of regular peanuts because somebody told me, I don't like candy corn, but somebody told me if you eat candy corn and peanuts at the same time, it tastes like a payday. Which begs the question of why would you not just eat a payday? But I'm like, I'm all for one for science.
Okay.
So I have candy corn, and I went to go get some.
It's an experiment.
I went to go get some peanuts so that I could eat it with the candy corn. And next to the peanuts were these dill pickle peanuts. I'm like, oh my gosh, $1! I've got to get these.
Yeah.
I'm eating them. They just taste like regular peanuts. Like
there was no pickle to
them?
them?
There was no pickle flavor. All the pickle flavor was down in the bottom of the bag, like all the seasoning stuff. And oh my gosh, that stuff was so good that I dumped it into a little Tupperware container, and I have it in the pantry. I'm going to put it on like popcorn or something. They need to put that stuff in a shaker jar.
Okay.
The peanuts themselves, they didn't taste pickly in the least bit. They literally tasted like regular peanuts.
So basically, you should have shook them before you
Probably,
ate them or
but it's
something.
like they didn't like stick to the. It didn't like stick to the peanut. My other science experiment, I don't like plain M&Ms. There's something about plain M&Ms. I just don't like them. And but I love peanut M&Ms. Like one of my favorite candies, peanut M&Ms. So since I have peanuts for the candy corn experiment, and I had a whole bunch of plain M&Ms because I bought Halloween candy, I'm like, well, ooh, what would happen if I put a plain M&M and a peanut in my mouth at the same time and ate it? Would it be a peanut M&M?
Yeah.
No.
Not the same.
No. Tastes like eating a plain M&M and a peanut.
That makes sense.
It does not taste like a peanut M&M. The chocolate to candy ratio
It's not good.
it's just not there. It's
Yeah.
not there. But I'm all for one for science. I'll try most anything. Not everything, but I'll try most anything.
Yeah. Okay, so do you know, like, so in having a restaurant, we try to keep up on trends and what's cool and what people are doing and invent new things and whatnot. And so Jamie and I were talking yesterday about some of the like what's really like popular right now. And he was like, popcorn is popular. And I said, what? He said, oh yeah, people are doing all kind of things with popcorn. And I'm like, okay, so tell me if you think that. So I get like popcorn where you're mixing it with like nuts or chocolate or caramel or whatever and serving that as a snack. But no, like restaurants are, like there's a restaurant in Columbus that we were looking at that they are serving popcorn and then like our nugs.
So it's like a side, mixed together?
Together with a some kind of like chili sauce, like sweet chili sauce with it or something. So you've got popcorn and chicken nugs, like nice ones, and then the sauce.
Okay, so my problem with that would be is when the sauce hits the popcorn, does it get mushy?
I don't know.
And I can't do mushy.
I don't know. Well, like, is a popcorn dish something that you all would be interested in? I guess is my thought.
There's a place
place
we used to go to, and it had like popcorn. I think it had like little bacon bits mixed into it, and it had some sort of like salt kind of thing, and it was served as like an appetizer. It was like a pub that we used to go to.
Yeah.
And it was like served as like an appetizer. It was a very popular appetizer. But
which they do to make you drink more, by the way.
Yes, because salty.
Hello.
And with something sweet in there, it's even better. But
popcorn as a dish, like I don't know.
I don't know. It seems very Charlie Brown Christmas. You know, the popcorn and jelly beans, and I don't know.
But it's a thing now, so stay tuned as to what popcorn dish James comes up with.
I saw a thing online. I haven't tried it yet. They say to put popcorn in the freezer and then eat the frozen popcorn. Like popped popcorn, not the kernels.
Okay,
Pop your popcorn, put it in the freezer, and frozen, it's supposed to have like a different crunch to it.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know how I feel about cold popcorn.
Popcorn is like good, not cold popcorn.
I don't know if I would, yeah.
So here's one for you. You back to the peanut M&Ms. One of my girlfriends from college, when we get together, you know, you bring snacks because girls eat and drink. But anyway, and eat and drink. But she always brings, or someone brings for her, peanut M&Ms, but keeps them in the freezer. Do you do that?
I don't. I'm not a huge fan of like cold candy. Eric puts candy in the refrigerator and the freezer and stuff.
I can eat it either way. Like, you know, I mean, I could take it or leave it. It's I
just like them out of my.
But she loves them like
I like
frozen.
them out of my snacky snack drawer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
But I bought 3 giant bags of Halloween candy for my drawer.
Yeah.
Here at work, and it came with a bunch of plain M&Ms. And I'm like, yeah, no. And so I gave them all to him because he'll eat them.
Yeah.
I just won't eat them.
So as plain M&Ms, is it because there's not like that crunch to it like you have with the peanuts?
It's like there's too much candy coating for the amount of chocolate.
Yeah.
I think. And they're really small,
they
too.
are.
So, like, you almost have to put, like, multiples of them in your mouth at the same time. I don't like Reese's Pieces either. So I think it could be a size thing. Size and candy coating.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think it's size and candy coating.
We should ask Pete what he thinks about all this.
He wasn't paying attention to us.
He wasn't. Probably not listening to our whole conversation. We're talking about food and candy and stuff like that and like weird trends.
Okay.
So, would you eat popcorn with like chicken nugs mixed together like as a dish for like dinner?
I would eat popcorn, I would eat chicken nuggets, but they would be separate.
That's so Pete Wilson for you.
That's me. I'm the person like,
I can see
if
that.
I could have a divided plate for Thanksgiving, I would be so happy. So that
you don't
everything
like the
is
stuff
like
mixed together.
It's its own separate areas, and they're not like commingling together.
Yeah. So Pete said I would eat popcorn and I would eat chicken nuggets, but not mixed together.
Yeah, I'd probably eat popcorn as like a side dish, as an option for like instead of fries.
Yeah.
Like a seasoned popcorn or
Probably
flavored
be
popcorn.
better for you.
I would probably do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Right now, I'm on the hunt for the best sweet and sour sauce to go with my nuggets.
Yeah.
Especially fast food, because Wendy's does not have sweet and sour sauce anymore. They discontinued sweet and sour sauce. They have this sweet chili.
It is a travesty.
It is. They switched over to this sweet chili sauce that tastes kind of like jelly. It tastes like spicy jelly. It's not good on chicken. I'm sure it's good on something. I don't know, but it wasn't very good. And so I'm like trying to find who has the best
sweet and sour,
especially fast food sweet and sour sauce.
McDonald's always had a pretty good one.
McDonald's is okay. Not a fan of the Burger King one. That was a no. Not a fan of the KFC one. That was a definite no.
Okay.
So the only one I think I have left to try is Sonic. I think it's the only one locally I have left to try.
Well, you come back and you let us know.
I will, because I am bound and determined. It's either that or I'm going to have like a jar of sweet and sour sauce in the car with me at all times, and that'll just be weird. That would be weird.
Well, I don't know. Red travels around with his mustard.
But mustard is vinegar based. I don't think it's going to go bad. I'm not sure sweet and sour sauce is going to go bad. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I need like the little containers, the little shelf stable containers or something, not something that's open in my car.
I feel you.
So yeah, those would be rolling around in the car all the time and probably cut open. Sweet and sour sauce all up.
That would be sticky. It'd be bad.
It'd be a thing, and it'd be an accident. It'd just be a whole thing. So not fun. So.
Well, I'll tell you what. Get out to the pumpkin show this week.
I'm going Friday, so I will.
Are you going Friday?
I think we're going Friday because it's supposed to rain late Saturday, so we're going to try to stay.
Plus Saturday's just insane anyway.
Yeah, that's a lot of people.
It is a lot.
It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people. But
it's fun though.
But I'm excited.
Cool.
Lots of pumpkin stuff.
Lots of pumpkin stuff.
So excited.
Very good.
Because nothing says fall like the Circleville pumpkin.
That's right. That's right. All right. Well, Sheryl, thank you so much for hanging with us this morning. Pete came in because we weren't here yesterday, and he has quite a bit of news to get to, he was telling me. Yeah. So we need to fill you all in on what the heck is going on. So, right?
It'll be news to us, too, because
all right, well,
we weren't on
right,
yesterday.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
We'll report back about your pumpkin festival.
I 100% will.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll tell you what, we do have a message or two, and then we'll be back with Pete and some news.
At Vinton County National Bank, we believe in supporting the areas where we live and work. Now, we'd like to honor those who also serve our communities. Our new Community Champions account is especially for first responders, veterans, active military, and anyone employed in the fields of healthcare or education. This account offers rewards, discounts, and other benefits to those who give so much to others. Vinton County National Bank, rewarding those who serve.
From breaking news to heartwarming stories, the Telegram is your ticket to the latest buzz in town.
Read your daily dose of local headlines, sports, and entertainment and more, in hand and on paper.
Get a print and digital subscription for only $7.95 per month. Delivered fresh every Wednesday and Saturday.
Visit thetelegramnews.com or call 740-286-3023 today.
Don't just read the news, be a part of it.
Did you know Jackson is home to a locally owned and operated full-service print shop? Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-3023.
All right, and we are back with Pete and some news.
Okay, well.
2 days worth.
Yeah, well.
Or 3 days or 4 days worth.
Well, kind of. A lot of it is really from yesterday because there was so much there. But we got a couple new things, too. And we'll have some stuff new because that's the way it is. There's always news.
Always news.
N-E-W. That's the root word of news, in case you folks never knew that. So we do try to get it to you as quickly as we can on all our platforms, including here. Okay, it is so sad, and I regret to report the death of Jennifer Hughes. Jennifer, there she is, just a
yes.
delightful
such a
woman,
sweetheart,
who we've lost way too soon.
Yeah.
Jennifer died last Saturday afternoon at the age of 48.
Yeah.
She was not from Jackson County originally. She was from Greene County, graduated from Greenview High School, which is at Jamestown. And she ended up here in Jackson County to our great benefit due to school and marriage. She went to the University of Rio Grande, graduated with a degree in mass communications in 2000, and met Scott Hughes, who is an Oak Hill resident and now a police officer on the Oak Hill Police Department. They got married, and they made Oak Hill their home. And Jennifer did a lot in Oak Hill and Jackson County in the years that she had. She was the editor of the Times Journal newspaper for about 12 or 13 years. She really had a lot on her. Right out of college, she became a reporter, and the way things unfolded at the newspaper in those years, they needed her to move up, had confidence in her, and they made her the editor. And she was one of the very youngest editors who had here in Jackson County.
Absolutely.
Right there at when she started, and she had that job for quite a long time. In 2016, I think it was, she took another important job in this community, and that was executive director of the Marquay Cultural Arts Center. Yep. It was a very responsible job because that wasn't all that long after, the inimitable Barbara Summers retired. Hard act to follow.
Oh, yes, it would
be. Jennifer jumped in with both feet, did that job for a number of years. She was one of the ones, this didn't have anything to do directly with Jackson County, but it was another thing she did for Jackson County that I don't think people will ever quit thanking her to. She brought Dwight Eisenhower to Jackson, who without a doubt, I think we can say, probably the most popular ticketed entertainer that we've had. Yeah. His concerts always sell out at the Marquay. He's appeared other places, festivals and such, but she liked him so much when she heard him one time in concert that she became very high up in his fan club. And he's a national celebrity, actually. One of the top Elvis tribute artists of all time. And she saw that he did concerts at the Marquay when she was there, and he has continued to do, usually around the 4th of July, and they sell out every year. So
such a fun crowd.
Right. And, Jennifer had a fun side. She liked to travel. Liked to go on cruises with her husband, did a lot with her family, and of course loved Dwight Eisenhower, and just so active there. After the Marquay years, she was administrative assistant at the Jackson County Sheriff's Office. Now that's a kind of behind-the-scenes job, but very important. Of course, in a small sheriff's office, you're going to handle a lot of different things. Obviously, her knowledge of the county, her administrative skills she had at both of her prior jobs, and then of course, her journalistic ability allowed her to write news releases there. So she kept that job all the way till about a year ago. That's when, her health problems began. And that was, that's another story that I'm going to get to. But one other thing we have to mention that she was known for was the Festival of Flags.
Yes.
She, that is a member of an all-volunteer board. And, of course, there's not that many people who do too much work.
Yeah, she was here not too long ago talking about.
She was one of the members of that committee, and myself being in the media, I know how much she did.
Yes.
She handled a lot of the information stuff, the news releases, the website, social media. Maybe she didn't do all of that, but she did a lot of it, and she was always there doing whatever needed to be done. As a matter of fact, the Festival of Flags made a very poignant Facebook post after her death. They called her a pillar of the organization, and they noted that even after she became ill, seriously ill, she continued to do all she could for the festival, even as her cancer progressed. Quote, Jennifer would do anything to make sure our events ran smoothly, and we had everything that we needed. Jennifer had so much love for this community, she will be irreplaceable.
That's true.
So, in addition to that, she was on the Oak Hill Village Council. Now, you know how small towns are. They like their own. Jennifer was an import.
Yeah.
Now, she came here young, but she still wasn't from here. But that didn't keep people from loving her and respecting her. And she easily became one of the more popular electable members of the Oak Hill Village Council. As a matter of fact, I think she came on in 2018. She was appointed. They had an opening, and she was willing to do that. Within 1 year, her peers on the council, even though she was still fairly young, younger than most of them that were on council, they elected her as council president.
Yep.
And she kept that job all the way until this last August when she reluctantly resigned once again, due to health reasons. even though she had battled cancer for quite some time, I'm not sure how long, but it was a while. Brain cancer, normally very serious.
Yep.
The odds aren't always in your favor when you have that. But she kept working at the sheriff's office until she just couldn't. And she kept volunteering with the Festival of Flags. I mean, all the way really up through this past festival. I don't think she was able to attend, but she did a lot of the behind-the-scenes work. I know that firsthand. And then on council, she even was planning to run for re-election in this November's general. That's how determined she was to continue to serve and to beat cancer. That was another chapter that I think I particularly admire her for, in spite of all these things I've already talked to. She was on Facebook, and she very much shared her cancer battle with everybody.
Yes.
And I tell you what, even though it was a grim prognosis, an uphill battle, she always projected positivity, faith, hope, and
inspiration
and courage.
Yeah.
I found her posts inspirational because you think about the hard days you have or the problems and she's dealing with that, fighting for her life, and she is projecting positivity and saying, I'm going to beat this. Sure, she wanted people to be in her corner. She wanted people to know what was going on. She wanted their prayers, but she never really stopped fighting ever, never gave up. A tremendous example, I think, of courage and fortitude for a young woman.
Yep.
It'd be very easy to be courageous, or it wouldn't be ever easy to be courageous with something like that, but some people would just, kind of withdraw and be private about it. But she, by the way she handled it and the post that she made, she actually made you feel better for reading them. I think that's part of what she was doing. She was trying to reassure you, hey, I'm going to be okay. I'm fighting. I'm never going to give up. I'm going to keep going.
Pretty
and
selfless stuff.
It definitely was. I was so impressed. We've got an editorial tribute to her that will be in Wednesday's edition of the Telegram. Her calling hours will be at the Lewis and Gillum Funeral Home tomorrow from, I think it'll be from 11 to 2.
Would that be the one in Oak Hill?
Yeah, Lewis and Gillum Funeral Home in Oak Hill, and that will be at 2 o'clock would be her funeral. So her husband, Scott Hughes, is very loyal husband, good man. He is a veteran now on the Oak Hill Police Force with the rank of sergeant. He is also the school resource officer there at Oak Hill High School. And put Jennifer's picture back up again, Adrian. I want to show you that one more time. That is just how she was. That smile right there, just so positive.
Yep.
A nice person and a hard worker. And whatever she tackled, she always wanted to do her best. I will say this from a journalistic standpoint, in the years that she was the editor, that was after I was the editor of that paper, and then I went into radio only for a while. She set a new standard for coverage of the Jackson County Fair. I mean, the papers honestly have always done a pretty thorough job covering the fair. We know it's a big deal, but she took that to another level. She wanted reporters, at almost every contest because she grew up, I think, in a rural county, and she knew how much it meant to the kids that were involved and the adults that were involved. So once again, we have lost in Jackson County, and particularly in Oak Hill, a wonderful, giving person. And it's so sad that we lost her, especially at such a young age. Okay, well, turning to a couple of happier things. Homecoming was celebrated last Friday at both Wellston and Vinton County High Schools. And at Wellston High School, the Queen and King, there they are. This was pregame ceremonies. On the right is Xander Norton. He is the King. And the Queen on the left is Mia Skeens. And they were announced and crowned in pregame ceremonies. And they had to share the spotlight with somebody. We'll maybe show you this picture later. Do you know who the honorary captain of the Rockets was that night?
No.
Blue, the service dog.
Oh, goody.
Right, Officer Jay was there, and obviously, probably. I know I'm taking a risk by saying this, but probably the most famous, beloved dog in Jackson County. As far as if we're
that argument could be easily made.
right,
Yes.
if we're doing it on a celebrity basis.
Yes.
All right. Also, homecoming at Vinton County High School. And there are the king and queen there.
Aww.
The queen on the left is Faith Goodson, young lady who also is a wonderful cross-country runner as well. She was named the queen, and the king was Carter Lindner. And obviously, he had to play football later in the evening. But there they are. That was Vinton County really does up homecoming big with activities all week, a bonfire one night, a parade
Love
as
that.
well. And the Vikings played River Valley that night, and they made it a all-around happy night by defeating the Raiders 36-0. So,
wow!
Congratulations to everybody involved in homecoming. All 4 of our local schools in Jackson and Vinton counties have celebrated their homecoming. All right, Jennifer, I know I say this every now and then, and I don't mean to bring you down, but you've got. You're old enough you're old enough that you're going to know what I mean.
Okay.
Now, trick or treat has always been a big thing.
Oh, yes.
But in the last 10 years or so, have you ever seen such an expansion of the Halloween celebrations?
No.
With the decorations.
It is wild.
The trunk or treats.
Yes.
All the things that go with it. You know that when you go into a store like Walmart and you see Halloween decorations in July, you know it is a big deal.
It is a thing, yes, for sure.
Right, and you know how else you know it's a thing? If you were in downtown Jackson
oh my gosh.
last Thursday. I know, were you in downtown Jackson last Thursday?
I was not.
Okay, all right. Well, you were about the only one.
Yeah.
It was trunk or treat. And we've got some pictures to show you there. That is the second place. The Chamber of Commerce does this. Or keep that picture up there, Adrian. I'll tell you who they are in case somebody doesn't recognize them. We know that's the Wizard of Oz group.
Yes.
We'll go that far. But the Jackson Area Chamber of Commerce has done this for just several years, and it has just grown exponentially. Of course, they had great weather last Thursday night. They had to push everything onto Portsmouth Street because of the construction there on Broadway Street where they're putting in the water lines. But that did not deter the people giving the treats or the people getting the treats.
That's right.
I tried to do crowd estimations. There was no way that I could do it.
It's
All I
impossible.
will tell you is if the first of the line was up on Portsmouth Street by Main, I'm not sure you could go both directions. But the line on Main Street was all the way back to Broadway and around.
Yeah.
At certain times of the evening, I saw that. And maybe even was worse at the beginning. I don't know. I got there a little bit after it started.
I was able to pull up. We have cameras out in the front there that go up one side. They both go both directions up and down Portsmouth Street. And I pulled it up at one point, and I mean, there were just a bazillion people. Like you said, there's no way to count them.
No, and I tell you what, everybody was having a good time, and
Yep.
you know what? It was a good social mixer. You saw so many people to say hello to and whatever. And of course, everybody talking about the people in costumes and great for the kids and families as well. But this is the ERA Martin Group, real estate agency here in Jackson. And they got second place. The chamber judges the top 3. I would not want to be a judge,
Oh, no.
is all I would say.
It is,
Okay.
oof.
Do you recognize anybody in that picture, Jennifer?
I do.
Well, tell me who you know. Let's see how you score.
Let's see. Well, you're asking me to see that far. I see Mitch Costello.
That's Mitch Costello, who
On
is
the left.
the Great Oz.
And then I'm having trouble seeing that far. I just saw Mitch, but I don't know.
Well, I tell you what, we'll go ahead and tell you.
Yeah, tell
and
us.
You see, and then if you know.
'Cause I know these
are
people, I just can't see that
These are
far.
great costumes. They're
Yes.
they're disguised a little bit. But you also have Mitch Costello as Oz. Then you have Kendra Strickland as the Scarecrow. Yvonne McFan as the Witch. Jean Gillum, who is Dorothy. And then
is that Jean?
That's
Oh,
Jean
my
Gillum.
gosh.
Well, yeah. And that's Big Matt Waldron, the Tin
Yeah.
Man. And there on the far right is Tricia Hill as
okay.
Tricia as the Cowardly Lion. Well, their costumes were so good that when I walked by the first time, this is before I took a picture. Hi, Pete. I took a look. Who are Jean, I recognized, but the rest of them, I can't say that I
How
did.
funny.
And I know most of them, so they're great costumes. Okay, go ahead, Adrian. Put up another picture. This is the Holzer Group. They won third place. I thought this was an outstanding presentation here. About every Christmas figure that you can think of. Now, I don't have them identified because there are so many.
Yeah.
But look at that. You got Santa Claus. You got Mrs. Santa Claus. You got the Grinch. You got elves there. You got Christmas animals. But Holzer, kudos to them. They won third place in the contest.
Love that.
This was the first place winner right here. This is Angles Garage and Towing. And they had a display called Tow Matter, Towing and Salvage. And they won first place. From the left are Coy Hansen. Then the owner-operator currently of Angles Garage, that's Jeff Mannering. And then that is Peyton Mannering Hansen on the right. There were other people there representing them, but these were the three who posed for my picture. And congratulations to them. They won first place. Of course, Angles Garage and Towing, they're the ones who advertise being available 23 and a half hours of the day, which begs the question, what is the half hour?
What is the half hour they aren't?
Well, he didn't tell me that. he didn't tell me that, but
inquiring minds need to know.
Right. Jeff had an answer, but I'm not going to tell you what it was, and he didn't have a half hour that there not is. But I tell you what, is that a great marketing thing?
That's pretty good.
You think of that, 23 and a half hours, Angles Garage. All right. Okay, but great trunk or treat by the Jackson Area Chamber of Commerce, a great service there. The Oak Hill Chamber of Commerce had their pumpkin walk on Saturday night. We're going to show those pictures tomorrow because I have some really good pictures from there too. A lot of entries down there, and they had good weather as well.
Off the top of your head, because I've had a million people ask, we had the trunk or treat, but is there going to be regular trick or treat as well for in the city of Jackson or our communities?
I will go ahead and tell you that. I've got that list too, and I know people are interested in it. We put it in the paper last Saturday. I had to track it down for Vinton County. But in Jackson, Wellston, Oak Hill, and Colton, it will be the same time. It will be 5:30 to 7 p.m. on Friday, October the 31st.
So it is on Thanksgiving. Halloween.
It is on Halloween itself.
It normally has been, but I didn't know since it was a Friday if that would be
right.
a thing.
This started maybe 8-10 years ago. The mayors thought it would be a good idea to have a common trick-or-treat time in Jackson County because the trick-or-treaters tend to show up 4 different places.
Yep.
And it's already, of course, very popular. I have noticed this. All the trunk-or-treats that occur, like the one we just saw photo evidence of, that doesn't deter the trick-or-treaters on Halloween. They're still out there.
Oh, yeah.
They're still out there.
It's just a double whammy, you know, of fun.
I'm on one of the main residential streets, South Street.
Oh, you get nailed, don't you?
Probably the heart of it would be maybe Broadway and South, because that's kind of the middle of South almost, and that's a long residential street. But where I am, if I don't have 300 treats, I'm going to run out.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
I'm going to run out. So anyway, 5:30 to 7 p.m. on Friday, October the 31st.
Okay.
I don't have my list with me, but the Vinton County Trick or Treat, I'll try to maybe bring that tomorrow, but it's on different days. I think MacArthur is on the 31st, but Hamden might be the day before. And actually, Zaleski and Wilkesville are the weekend before, like the 25th and the 26th, one on Saturday and one on Sunday.
Okay.
So they are spread around in Vinton County. All right. We want to tip our hat to the Movies at Manpower.
Oh, man.
Project. It ended a couple of weeks ago on a Thursday. And what a classic scene is that. You're on the grass at Manpower Park. You're in a folding chair, you're on a blanket there,
Sure.
Crisp night, but not uncomfortable, you know, if you have a wrap there, and you get to watch Halloween. There is it up on the big screen. Movies at Manpower was a community partnership thing. They got a grant, I know, to pay for, part of it, but they also had local support. And our own Rachel Tipton here at Total Media really was the spearhead of that and the person that made it go. And other community partners jumped in, and a couple of times there were other activities in connection with Movies at Manpower, including a kickball tournament one time. Mm-hmm. And they always try to do it, if they can, on the Thursday evening when there is the sidewalk market downtown.
Yes.
Because, it dovetails, except this time it really didn't because it gets darker earlier and it's a school night, so they didn't want to wait till the sidewalk market was over, so they did start earlier, but it was on the same night as the sidewalk market and its pink party this night.
Pretty cool.
But anyway, they figured, Rachel estimated there were 100 attendees out. And she wondered how that would go because, school is in session and it's a school night, but they still had a good turnout and started a little bit early. So, probably everybody made it home by their bedtimes.
Yeah.
All right. A couple other things to tell you. We're probably about to shift to some timely sports. Reviewing the football scores from last Friday night, the Jackson Ironmen defeated Washington Courthouse 51-21. They are still on track in first place in the Frontier Athletic Conference. They've not lost. They're going to play a team this Friday night at Miami Trace that has not lost a game to anybody. So something's got to give.
Yeah.
So Jackson, going for their 5th straight conference crown, will play Miami Trace, who would like to end that streak. The Vinton County Vikings, we told you they won homecoming game 36-0 over River Valley. The Wellston Rockets and the Oak Hill Oaks, not as fortunate. They lost. Wellston lost to Athens 45-7. Athens beats everybody. They haven't lost a game. Lucasville Valley, they got a good team too. They beat Oak Hill 48-7. Oak Hill was at Lucasville Valley. Wellston was at home. That was their homecoming. Cross country, we want to tell you about that because we had so much sports here that you're going to try to shove into tomorrow's paper. All the conferences had their cross country tournament or meet on last Saturday. And I guess the highlight was Addie Brown was the top runner in the SOC, all the SOC for the ladies. She's a junior at Oak Hill, just a wisp of a girl, but she can run. She's a junior, and she was the top runner in the SOC tournament, and that involves, all the schools in the SOC. There's large in schools, and she was the best. And that first place finish won her automatically the coveted title of SOC Runner of the Year for the females. Both Oak Hill teams did pretty good. They didn't finish first, but they did well. The Vinton County teams did very well in the TVC tournament. They both finished second. And both of the Jackson teams did very well in the Frontier Athletic Conference. Ash Culbertson doing a good job improving the cross-country program at Jackson. Individually and as a team, they both competed very well as well. Last night, you had to pick your place where you were going to go if you wanted to watch tournaments. People get excited about the tournaments because, you know that everybody starts even again. The one-loss record doesn't mean anything. Upsets, you want to upset somebody who is rated high. And if you've been rated high, you know that your season could end with the next loss because it's one and done. But last night, Jennifer, we had 3 of our teams in first-round volleyball tournaments and 1 team playing soccer. And first of all, I'm going to start with soccer. I think we have a picture there I sent you. There she is. On the left, that's Sydney Carpenter. Okay. As you know, in soccer, they're often low-scoring games.
Yes.
Well, Jackson defeated Chillicothe by a score of 7-1. And that lady on the left, Sydney Carpenter, great athlete and also smart girl too, she had 5 goals. That is just something that does not happen very often in soccer.
Yikes.
A team usually doesn't score 5 goals. She scored 5 goals on her own to lead the Iron Ladies to a 7-1 victory over Chillicothe. They will play at top-seeded Marietta on Wednesday. So they won their first tournament game.
Good job.
Elsewhere, congratulations to the Vinton County Lady Vikings in volleyball. They defeated Greenfield McLean in straight games, 3-0. And the Wellston Lady Rockets, this was only their second win of the year, but by golly, it meant a lot to them. They defeated Eastern Brown in a first-round tournament game in 4 games. They won 3 games. Eastern Brown won 1. I believe Eastern Brown won the first game. Then Wellston was determined they won the last 3 to win their tournament match. I believe they will be playing at top-seeded Adena on Wednesday.
Okay.
The Jackson Iron Ladies were playing at home against Fairfield Union. Unfortunately, in a very hotly contested match, Fairfield Union won in 4 games. So their season, unless they have some regular season game left, I don't think they do, their season has come to an end. So, of course, we will keep up with all that. Also, we want to tell you that starting today, this will affect traffic on the south end of the county, particularly if you're driving west to Oak Hill. There is a culvert replacement project taking place on State Route 279 west of Oak Hill between 4 Mile Road and Slab Hill Road. The project was supposed to start today. If it didn't, ODOT lied. All right. State Route 279 will be closed. This is not one where you have one lane because culvert replacement. They got to replace the whole road there because they're replacing a culvert. The detour is kind of complicated. Locals may know an easier way to get around it, but you will have to get around it. Yesterday was Columbus Day, in case you didn't know, but it's all over now.
Yep.
So I don't have to tell you any about that. Tonight, the Jackson City Board of Education will meet. I'll be covering that. Last night, the Wellston City Board of Education met. I'll be telling you more about that later. But the presentations were made by Treasurer Laura Briggs on the 5-year financial forecast. This is a big thing through all the schools now because of the state funding situation.
Yep.
And also, new superintendent Scott Dorn gave a very detailed, illuminating report on how Wellston did on the state report card. So we'll be reporting on that too.
Cool.
Tonight, we'll learn the latest from the Jackson City Board of Education and Superintendent Phil Howard about the financial situation there. There may be a report on the financial forecast. I know that it will probably be addressed because as we know from past discussions and Phil Howard being here, the finances are the tightest or the most worrisome for the Jackson City School District with projected deficits coming and no hope for the next 2 years at least that state funding is going to bail out Jackson. You know, state funding constitutes the lion's share of funding through all of our local districts in this area. And when, they don't give you as much as they did before, they don't give you as much as you expected to get based on what's happened in the past, it's going to affect you.
Yep.
So anyway.
For sure. Scary
also,
stuff.
Jackson City Council, if you're wondering about that, they did not meet last night because of Columbus Day. When they meet again on the 27th, they'll be doing, obviously, a lot of catch-up business. They may or may not. I'm not looking for it to happen, but they could also, perhaps, if things go really quickly, consider the demolition contract for the memorial building. I'm sure Mayor Randy Evans will also be reporting on all the projects going on, including the downtown projects.
Okay.
So there you go.
Very good. Well, thank you, Pete, for spending your morning with us, catching up on all of the news that's going on in our area. And again, going to be a beautiful week. So get out and about and enjoy it while you can before it turns to, 3 degrees, because that's what happens quickly in Ohio. So have a great day, everyone. Thanks for watching. And we'll be right back here tomorrow. Bye-bye.